Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here again today at Bitcoin Exchange. This is Jay, and I wanted to put a brand new video up on the Globitex ICO that's on right now. This is their website, globatex.com, and we're going to go through this kind of systematically. It's a very nice website, excellent white paper, and I think you're really going to enjoy this particular coin. So here's a little bit about how we came about. Globitex team has created a professional Bitcoin marketplace to fill the need for institutional grade exchange platform with advanced IT solutions suitable for both individual and institutional Bitcoin market participants. Our purpose is to advance the Bitcoin industry globally, increase Bitcoin trading liquidity, and allow professional traders to participate via the API interface for trading and payments. Now, here's how far back their footprints go, all the way back to 2011. If you know anything about the ICOs, this is what I look for. So back in 2011, the idea of working with and around Bitcoin was conceived in the year 2011 by attending some of the very first conferences on Bitcoin in London. But it would be years later before we would form our own exchange. In 2014, a legacy of failed exchanges provided the impetus for building our own product. It became obvious to us that if the revolution of Bitcoin was to be sustained, the industry needed to mature. Very true. Our contribution to overall bettering of the industry was to build a technologically advanced and reliable marketplace with an emphasis on institutional clients. As traders ourselves, good to know, we wanted to bring our experience to Bitcoin industry by building an exchange that reflected our vision of how an exchange should work in terms of connectivity, matching, settlement, and reporting. After developing the Globitex Exchange platform back in 2015, 2 years earlier, in 2017 it was ready for its market test drive. You can now trade spot, and now this term right here, the XBTEUR, is you can trade Bitcoin for Euro or Euro for Bitcoin seamlessly and securely while accessing the most sophisticated trading infrastructure for both individual and institutional market participants. Globitex compliance with the EU AML standards further strengthens our industry's overall development, moving towards widespread adoption and consumer rights protection. In the meantime, we continue to implement the best practices of the industry and industry standards in terms of technology, integrity, compliance, client asset protection, and financial prudence. And so there is that. Now let's take a look a little bit about the team, because again, you can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if the team does not have what is needed to be executed that vision, then it's all for naught. So here's their team, a good-looking bunch of people, and you can click in. You can talk to any one of these. You can talk to John through Twitter or LinkedIn. You can go to Liza here, Twitter, LinkedIn. They all have their LinkedIn and Twitter accounts, except the co-founder here, Anders, where you can actually go and talk to these people and check them out, check their bios out and all of that. Very impressive team, very well-rounded. And to be quite honest with you, it's nice to know that they're real people. Sometimes when I do these reviews, the people don't even line up. So when I click on them and do some of the background on some of the people, they don't even exist. With this team, you can absolutely get in contact with them and talk with them, and they're very personable. Here's the terms of the sale. You can read through this at your own leisure, and they go through the definitions. And they tell you up front, access to this service. To be eligible to access and use the Globitex services, you must be at least 18 years old. The eligibility and criteria to access the Globitex services also depends on the country of your residence, and you will be notified of any restrictions during our account opening process. Got to tell you, out of the United States, and when I went through all of this to buy, there was nothing limiting me whatsoever to buy their particular coin. And so you can read that through that. Here's your API. Here's some news articles that we'll go through here and kind of let you know a little bit about how big of a deal this is. This is going to be huge, folks, in my particular opinion, because they're allowing you to get into commodities, okay, such as gold and silver and fiat currency, and interject Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies into this blending of a market. And it's this blending of a market that makes it interesting for me in this particular ICO, because we've got several crypto exchanges, and of course there's tons of fiat exchanges, but very few crypto fiat are coming together. So GlobaTex is going to kind of pioneer that and help pioneer that, I should say, into the year 2018 and beyond. Here's a place where you can go into contact and check them out. However, I want to go back here to the home page and learn a little bit about it. You can log in beta, you can become a client, you can join their ICO. When you join their ICO, this takes you to this page. It's going to tell you, I want to participate. And see here, they go through and explain this to you. Here's your Bitcoin. Here's your precious metals. They go through precious, all of this. Here goes soft agricultural commodities, and they tie Bitcoin in with the basic standards of the commodities out in the world and your precious metals. To participate, you're going to click on this link. They're going to ask you for your email and your name, and they're going to ask you for a little bit of different information. They're going to ask you for an Ethereum address, so that this is an ERC20, and they're calling it an EIP20, which is the new name now for ERC20 tokens. Some of them have gone to that term, some of them haven't. But you can go in and you're going to give them your Ethereum address to send this particular token to. So they need that. They're going to ask you for your Bitcoin address in case they do not hit their target budget. They can refund your Bitcoin right back into your Bitcoin account. So you're going to give them that address. And that is going to be a receive address on both of those. Okay? So you'll know how to do that. And then they're going to take you on into the sale and ask you how much you want to buy. And as soon as you buy, immediately your coins will be into your Ethereum wallet. This is an ERC20 or an EIP20 token. So you're going to use something along the lines of myetherwallet.com and have that money as well. When you go to buy this token, you need a little of Ether or Ethereum in your MyEther wallet account, so that when you send it, there's a little bit of a payment there, not much, but a little bit of payment to send either your Bitcoin or to receive it. You don't need anything to receive, but you would if you're going to send it from MyEther wallet. Matter of fact, you can't send Bitcoin from MyEther wallet, but nonetheless, it's always good to have a little Ether in there in case you need it for other transactions. All right, so now we talked about the team. Here's the roadmap. Of course, beta launch the GlobaTex. Here's your Bitcoin exchange is going to be, what's the name of our channel, by the way? Bitcoin Exchange. This is going to be where they began back in the second quarter of 2017. Their ICO, of course, is right now. The launch of Bitcoin cash trading deposits and withdrawals also be in the last quarter here. Partnership with Electronic Money Institute in the last quarter. First quarter 2018, they're going to open public GlobaTex, the launch of the GlobaTex services. So you'll be able to trade on here, and you're going to be able to use their ICO. So there's a lot of things that they're going to bring into the table here. Here's your token sale going on right now, and it looks at a launch of additional cryptocurrency trading pairs in the first quarter of 2018. So this is going to happen very quickly, folks. You're going into the last 6 weeks or so of 2017, so January will be on us pretty quickly. Launch of additional fiat trading pairs and will happen in the second quarter of 2018. Organized trading facility licensing in the third quarter. Your REPO margin trading launch will be in the fourth quarter. And over the course of 2018, they're going to blend it all together. And finally, you have your BIBR, or what's called a Bitcoin Interbroker Offering Rate launch, is going to be first quarter of 2019. And you can move through these. Listing of the Bitcoin settling commodity features. This is going to be, it's a very well laid out plan, folks, I'm telling you. So between 2018 and 2019, it's going to be an excellent year for cryptos in general and for this particular exchange in 2018 and 2019. So all you have to do to get involved in this is click on this participate. And let me see if I can get to their white paper. I don't know that I can from this page, but I did read through here's their white paper here. And let's see if we can get some figures here. And we're going to choose English, and we're going to go in and see how many coins you're talking about. Scaling the Bitcoin economy. Okay, this disclaimer is telling you that if you buy, you're not into the Bitcoin, or excuse me, into the GBX token, that you're not going to be an owner or anything along those lines. And all the legalities that come into play. The GBX token is on page 6, so we'll scroll down here. And they tell you, we're wanting to operate an exchange, and now we get to the token. And they tell you everything about here, the application of the token and where it's going to be funded. Here's the details. It's called the GBX. The lifetime span of this token is 10 years, and it can be subject to extension. Token execution environment is an Ethereum platform. It's an EIP20 or an ERC20 compliant. You're going to take your token decimals to 8 points. Now, when you go to My Ether Wallet and they send this to you, you might need this particular information. If indeed you have to create what's called a custom token, you're going to need to go to the 8th decimal, so you'll need that information. They accept Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin Cash. A token emission standard price, 1 GBX is 0.1 euro. Minimum sales target is €1,000,000. The sales cap is 10 million euros. The minimum amount to purchase is 10 euros. A minimum purchase amount per buyer equivalent, or the maximum amount rather, is 3 million euros. The start of the actual main crowd sale or main sale of this ICO is February of 2018. Is to be announced on the GlobaTexco.com. The sale date will be also, the end of the sale will also be announced in February. Early participation, which is where you're at, you get a 10% discount for the first 5 million sold, and 5% discount for the next 10 million sold. Let's get into the token distribution. 65% of the GBX token pool are sold to contributors. 35% are allocated to the company, 5% for the bounty and referral programs, 10% for business development and such. Let's see here. Future provisions. Kind of let you know exactly where we're at. You're going to have to do a little bit of math to figure out how many of these actual tokens that are going to be out there, but it's not going to be, like 2-3 billion or anything like Ripple. This sounds like a very, very nice opportunity to pick up something for probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 10, 15, 20 cents. And then sit back and watch it go. What excites me about this is that it is a exchange for cryptocurrency and fiat and precious metals and commodities. So this is a new bird on in the tree here, folks, and I think that you would enjoy looking into this. I would like for you to do your own research as always and invest at your own risk. But I think this would be a good one if you want to get involved in this, at whatever value that you would like to jump in at, because I really feel that this is going to do very well in 2018. So, I like to get somewhere between 7 to 10x on my returns or higher, obviously higher. But this has a real good chance. This is not $1. This isn't, $7 or anything like that per coin. They're asking a very reasonable amount of money for their token in return for what they're going to give to you. And if you've watched some of the others, if you looked at Binance and the token sale and where it's at now, you've done real well. If you look at other companies that are out there that are at the same price level, near the same volume, you're going to see that this is right in line with what they were opening up with. And I think that you can expect great things from this coin. I'm not going to give you a coin prediction on this. That'll be a video for spring of 2018. But until then, we're just going to go ahead and get involved in this company. Again, invest at your own risk. Enjoy this video. Throw me out a comment. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, folks, I will see you in the future.